Come in from the outside where the Tory voters graze, where the politicians are pissing in your pocket and telling you it's raining, selling you war for peace and fear for your freedoms, discrediting global warming now, inclining the intercept. We must control the internet, I'm sorry, I must interject now. Water is the new oil, solar power will end Middle East conflict. Land scarcity increases incrementally, and another Sinclair is hung for a bridge in London. Bunch of VI pricks hanging out to the Bilderberg, chewing the Brit fart with some amused oligarchs. Swapping stories of Bill Bounder indulging in pandering prostitutes. Watching Boris Johnson and Michael Moore in the fight pit. Terrorists transcend boundaries like the hyper-rich. Just because you don't call it empire doesn't mean it's not. What's your fucking language? King Trump news unilaterally expressing executive attitudes. Alpha dog biscuits for the Republicans and a pat on the head for Theresa May, good boy. It's more important to keep pad than to keep your principles. We only lie to get elected, fuck you. Someone speaks the truth and is tackled to the ground with their own people. The masses under the mountain gift us new technology which is pasted immediately. The old and infirm are served straight from the crematorium. Sorry, I meant soup kitchen. And the Daily Record readers scream for more. Fox News loses control and ejaculate bile live on air, and the electorate lap it up. They will eat you all.
Silent weapons for silent wars in the name of just cause, and you're blaming the gods. Either praying in mosques or you're wearing the cross, and you're swearing in the name of the man you never saw. With your helmets, boots and guns, the unlimited funds for the killing everyone, anyone, anywhere, anytime, all the time. War is crime, corruption from the peace-loving government to kill your mom and children, to crumble all your buildings, to leave with your millions. Turn the blame on you through the BBC News, all the blood-sucking vampire media crews, and the dirty little lies that they're feeding to you, and you believe in them too. The flying flags they help our heroes when our heroes kill too. It's only 36 billion spent. Number 2 arms dealer since 2010, and blaming deficit for unaffordable rents. Because affordable housing, it doesn't mean tents, it doesn't mean food banks or 0-hour contracts for breaking the backs. Well, the ones that make a million are evading the tax and putting weight on the cracks, and then they wait for the collapse, and then they're claiming it back on a full-scale attack by cutting all the funding for the fair working class. Now we've all gone mad. The pharmaceutical companies, well, they've all gone glad. The rise of mental health is not a speech for revolt, because there's too many of the people that still reach for the rope. And now you're feeding them hope on mass-producing medication for those who can't cope. You're replacing the ropes for prescripted amitriptyline on free overdose. You can't kill a generation that's already dead. There's no nuclear bombs for the war inside the head, but we're fighting the stigma. It full steam ahead like production lines for the Apple 700. Infinite channel bundles in abundance, consumption of something, anything and everything, and celebrating unfairly trading materials and calling them gifts and contributing to the pile of non-recyclable shit. And then we burn and we sink and forget our mistakes. How much more can we take? It's so complete devastation, but we're ready for the battle. Self-taught PlayStation must have the newest, must have the latest, must have a like, a wink, or funny faces to replace the emotions. So there is no protest, there is no revolution if we don't raise our heads. And then we're feeding diabetics on the NHS, and when the doctor says the arthritis spread, the 37-year-old because of work overload is $7.60 an hour, and the power is who? A faceless agent telling us what to do with his average rules, his average wife, his average wage, his average life.